everybody, I'm Corinne Blackstone and welcome to my computer. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to install and uninstall Cricut Design Space. We'll also show you how to do some updates on it just in case those are required. Now you may be thinking, why in the heck would I ever need to know how to uninstall Cricut Design Space? And I'll talk a little bit about that in this video, but sometimes it just gets a little weird and uninstalling it is really the only option when it comes to fixing Cricut Design Space. I'm going to show you how to install it just in case you've never done it before, and it's so simple. And I also want to make sure that you go to the correct website to get the software. That way you don't pick up any unwanted things for your computer. I'll link that website down below in the video's description if you want to give that a click. Now be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. That way you don't miss out on any of the crafty content we have coming. So without further ado, let's get started. Now I want to show you how to install Cricut Design Space in case you are new and have never done it before. It's so easy, so simple. The first thing you're going to do is go to the website design.cricut.com. This is really important that you go to this website to download it from. This is the official Cricut website. You're not going to be using the app or anything on a computer. You're going to want to go to design.cricut.com. Now I will say sometimes this is a little bit slow. Now, here's the thing. This is going to ask you, and my stupid honey always pops up, it's always going to ask you to search your product. It really, honestly, and deeply, truly does not matter which one you select, whether you own that one or not. I'm just going to choose the Cricut Maker since that's my most used machine, but you can truly, deeply download it for any of those. It won't make a difference. They all run the same software. What also I want to point out is over here, they show you a little QR code. So if you're using an iPad, an iPhone, an Android device, you can download the app. I don't recommend the app, but it is available to you. Now you do need to agree to the Cricut terms of use and their privacy policy. Now I have a video all about their angel policy, which breaks down what you can sell and what you can't sell from Cricut. So if you want to see that, I will link it down below for you, and I'll link it up in the corner of the screen. But I'll go over their terms of use at some point when I have time to do a video on it, but you can read through those, and I do recommend that you do. Now, all you simply want to do is click download. Now, it's going to pop up the item where it asks you where you want to put it and where you want to save it. I save it into my downloads folder, and then I just simply click save. Now, this is kind of going to tell you how to set up your Cricut machine, and I think that's a lot of why it asks you what machine you're using so that it can give you a little more of a step-by-step on starting up your machine and how to activate it. And I'll link a video where I show you how to do that because it is also so easy. Now, once your download is done, you're going to go ahead and open that up, which is the exe file, which is what's going to install Cricut Design Space to your computer. Now, it should start automatically to install it, and installing it goes very, very quickly. This is not a really giant program. It doesn't take up a lot of space on your computer, and it should automatically just open. Now, I already own it. I already have it. I already have an account. If you don't, however, it may ask you to create an account if you're brand new, or to sign into your account if it's a new computer, something like that. So make sure that you do sign in. And from here, you are ready to go with Cricut Design Space. But I also want to show you if you're having trouble with Cricut Design Space, or if it's just being kind of wonky, or maybe your installation didn't go well, because sometimes it doesn't. I want to show you how to uninstall the program as well, because I think that's just as important to know as installing. Now, if Cricut Design Space is giving you issues, one of the great ways to correct a lot of those issues is to actually uninstall the program and reinstall it. So that's another step that I want to show you in this tutorial in case you need to know how to do that. What you'll want to do is open your control panel, which I have mine pinned, but if you don't, you can go to your little start button here and you can search control panel and it will find that for you. So if I just search control panel, I can click right here to open that control panel. Now what you'll do is you're going to go under where it says programs, and you'll see that there's an uninstall a program option right here. When you click on that, it's going to bring up all of your different programs. Now, again, you may have different ones than I do. You may have lots, you may have a few, just sort of depends on your computer. But you'll want to find your Cricut Design Space, which is usually a green circle, and it says Cricut Design Space by Cricut Inc. And then it'll have the date of which we installed it on. Now, I just did an update, so that'll show the update date. If you don't see it, you can always search for it up here in the search bar. Once you find your program, what you're going to do is you're going to select it here, And you may have this uninstall option up here at the top, but you can also right click on it and it should bring up the uninstall option. Now make sure that you have your Cricut Design Space closed when you do this, and just know that you may need to restart your computer. Some programs do require it, and every once in a while, the Cricut will ask me to restart. So whatever you're doing, just make sure you're done doing it before you do this. So I'm gonna click uninstall, and it's going to ask, are you sure you want to uninstall Cricut Design Space? Now, it's really important that you know that when you do uninstall this, you're not going to lose your uploads. You're not going to lose your projects, none of that stuff, because that is all saved into Cricut Design Space itself. Now, it's not a huge program, so it does install or uninstall really, really quickly. And you'll see now that I don't have the Cricut Design Space here anymore. So all you'll have to do then is just reinstall it, just like I showed you how to install it the first time. It's all very much the same. Before we go, I do want to show you one other thing that's, I think, really important to know, especially within the Cricut Design Space software realm. Sometimes you'll want to check for an update with Cricut. Sometimes it'll do it automatically. But if you want to check for an update, what you can simply do is go to your profile, which is right here, wherever your name is. Click the down arrow, and you're going to go under Settings right here. Now, under Settings, you're going to see you have quite a few options, but this is going to be under General, and it's going to be right here where it says About Design Space. Now, this is where you can see which version you're using. You may need that information if you ever call Cricut Care, because they're probably going to ask you. But if your thing is running a little bit weird, you've tried the uninstall and it didn't do an update or anything, or maybe you just want to check to see if there is an update, maybe it is running a little weird, you can just click right here where it says check for updates, and it'll check it automatically. Now, I did just update yesterday when I reinstalled this for you guys, so I have no update available, but if there is one, it will ask you if you want to update it. That's just something that I think is important to know, just in case you're having a little bit of trouble with your Cricut Design Space. Now, if you have any questions, please let me know in those comments down below. I'm always happy to answer those for you. Be sure you're subscribed here on YouTube. I'd love to have you as part of my crafty family. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, happy crafting.